African democracy has by far been described and categorized by many as a pseudo-democracy which simply works on paper but not in ascendancy. But the biggest challenge to Africa, according to several history scholars, is far beyond what the West, East or South say about the continent, but rather what Africans themselves learn from what is said about them. And just as one scholar once said that the best way to hide something from an African is by putting it in a book, it appears to be that Africa's stride to social equality is trapped in some writing. We spoke with the American ambassador to Uganda, Scot Delisi, about the lessons African leaders can learn from the American system of governance, where he analyzed and pointed at democratic, peaceful transitions at large.
When they look at America, I hope that they would look at it and take away a few things and ask, is this something we can take in our country? Why can't we have a transition of power that does not result in the new president coming in and automatically arresting the old president or half of their party, and always this competition and vengeance and retaliation?
Ambassador Scott says what African leaders forget is that everything, whether democratic or not, comes to an end at a certain point, and that whether Africans learn nothing and forget nothing about the Obama administration, the world is watching them.
And if a nation says, "Oh, we like dictatorship, and we're going to throw everyone in prison, and we're going to do all these things," obviously, as a nation, they can make that choice. But we will express our choice as a nation as well. And we may find that we have so few values and so few beliefs and so little in common to build a partnership.
The other aspect Ambassador Delisi says African leaders should learn from the American political system is a free and fair elections and the character of taking defeat. He says no single American president has thrown a tantrum in the past 4 decades after losing an election, citing Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr., Obama and Mitt Romney, who he says all hugged and vowed to work together in serving the American people after the result of their polls were announced.
There was the camera shot, that showed President Clinton walking with President Bush out through the rotunda of the Capitol, down the steps to the limousine that was waiting. And they saw President Clinton open the door, shake hands with President Bush, help him into the car, shut the door, and then wave. And I'm always amused because some people say, "Oh, you're seeking to pressure us on this, you're seeking to dictate to us." No, you have to make your own choices. But again,
Ambassador Scott, however, says African leaders will have to determine for themselves what is right or wrong for their countries, since they are elected by the masses, revealing that the mistake most Africans harbor in their minds is the hope that America will solve all the continent's challenges, ranging from regime change, economic transformation, and peaceful transitions, among others.
we are not silent, but we also recognize at the end of the day that sovereign nations must make their own choices. They must choose their path.
Well, those are some of the lessons African leaders can learn from the American political system. Next, we'll be looking at what Obama's next term has for Uganda amid widespread corruption and aid cuts by the European Union. Mukitale Moses, Uganda Television.